Hello, my name is Jordi Garcia. I'm part of the Franciscans group from the Master Degree in Applied Linguistics to the Teaching of the English Language course at UAS University. This group is integrated by Liliana de Jesus, Samuel Santos, Cindy Mora, and me, Jordi Garcia. So let's move on and see what we have prepared for you in this video. This video is about an article written by Sarah Jane Mercer, a British linguist, head of the Department of the English Language Teaching of the University of Graz, Austria. The article is named "The Belief of Two Experts EFL Learners," written in 2011. In the article, Sarah presents the importance of researching on learners' belief. She says that many investigations made were basically directed to expert students' learning strategies or style. Learners' belief. The article refers to Robin's descriptions of the good language learner, and White explains that beliefs are important because learners hold belief to be true, and these guide how they interpret their experiences and how they behave. Within psychology, certain beliefs have been promoted as being especially positive and more likely to engender successful learning. The many studies made on this field has led to a growing recognition of the need to understand learners' beliefs and behaviors in relation to their sociocultural and educational context, which interact with and shape an individual's belief system. Expert language learners. Experts are those learners who are both highly proficient and also recognized as outstanding learners in their particular sociocultural context. Expert learners have been of interest to researchers in second language acquisition for many years. Interest began with the good language learners studies in the 1970s and 1980s, which examined the behaviors of successful learners and considered the implication for less successful learners. They focused on the strategies that expert learners use in their learning styles. But fewer studies have investigated other variables in respect to the good language learners, such as beliefs. The study. The aim of this study was to explore the belief systems of long-term, highly successful expert EFL tertiary level learners and consider, in particular, how these may interrelate with the individual's personal history. The research was carried out with students who have completed their university degrees in English study at an Austrian university in Austria. The level of English aimed for at the end of a degree in English studies is C2. Participants. The participants for this study were volunteers from among those who were awarded the English Department's Excellence Award.
The methodology. A series of 2 interviews was carried out with each of the 2 participants over a 10-day period. All the interviews were based on an open-ended guidelines to ensure that the same basic topics were covered with all the participants, but the format was kept flexible in order to allow the conversation to develop naturally and permit participants to guide the format and content. All the interviews were conducted in English, recorded with express permission of the participants and transcribed. The data were coded line by line with the aid of ATOS. In this study, a grounding theory approach to data analysis was employed. Findings. In order to better understand the situated nature of these 2 learners, and to be able to examine the potential interrelation between their beliefs and experiences, it was necessary to describe each learner's personal history and context. The first participant reported having always been encouraged by her family to travel and spent a year working in London, where she got involved with the language, but however, she perceived her school experience with English on the whole as negative. Meanwhile, the second participant reported that really traveled but was a successful student. She loved her English classes and had a very positive relationship with her teachers. This daily understanding of their lives and the affordances that they have had was crucial to obtain more contextualized, personalized insights into learner belief development.
The learner's belief about language learning. Both participants in this research article showed highly developed beliefs about the nature of and best approaches to language learning, taking into account each learner's personal history and how their beliefs tend to reflect their past experiences and personal context. For example, the most striking aspect of Kata's data is the importance she assigns to study abroad for successful language learning and the need to some love of an English-speaking country. On the other hand, Petra's beliefs about language learning are dominated by three main themes: the need to have a passion for the language, and the need to work hard, and the belief that language learning is a gradual process. A language learning mindset refers to the degree to which an individual believes that language learning ability comes from some fixed, natural, innate talent and conscious hard work. Kari believes in an intuitive feel for languages and the importance of natural acquisition processes. In contrast, Petra's mindset is concerned with every domain in language learning and, in general academic terms, that reflects a growth mindset which suggests a strong belief in the efficacy of hard work and effort. A positive and realistic self-concept is believed to be highly important for academic success and has been linked to a range of key learning variables. The most notable aspect of Kata's self-concept is its strong situated dimension, as her self-concept appears to be highly context dependent. On the other hand, Petra has a clearly defined positive language learning self-concept and strongly identifies with language learning as a whole, not just English.
Discussion. The data show that learning belief systems are highly complex, interrelated network of beliefs that appear to be dynamic and can change as a result to these two hardly different but equally successful learning raise the question as to whether the supposedly positive beliefs promoted in psychology are more relevant to predominating education-based pathway to success. I have two examples that I have two persons, Katie and Petra, and Katie belief appear to be much more domain specific, dynamic, and less stable, which again is reflective of her varied language learning experience and mixed success across domain and context. But Petra can be seen to hold belief which psychology, basic study associated with successful learning, such as a growth mindset, internal attribution, a sense of personal agency, and a largely positive and stable self-concept. Now, I have a conclusion about that topic. There are many different possible pathways to language learning success, and as such, it is unlikely that there is a one size fits all set of facilitating belief for all language learning. Even within one sociocultural and educational context, graded belief system will develop to fit the specific need and affordance of individual leading real complex and varied life.